When my wife told me her ex would be joining Christmas dinner, I honestly thought she was joking. "My ex will be there, be mature," she said casually while decorating the tree. I blinked. "Wait, what?" She smiled nervously. "It's not a big deal, Ethan. He's part of the same friend group. They all decided to do a joint dinner this year. Please don't make it weird." We'd been married for 3 years. I trusted her, but the way she said it made something twist in my stomach. "Okay," I said finally. "If you're fine with it, I'm fine with it." But truthfully, I wasn't. I'd heard about Adam before, the guy she dated for 2 years in college. The one she once called her first real love. They broke up amicably, she'd said. But there's no such thing as completely moving on from someone you once planned a life with. As Christmas approached, I kept telling myself to stay calm. It was just dinner. Just people catching up. But when we walked into the cozy dining room that night, all laughter, twinkling lights and warmth, I felt like I'd stepped into someone else's story. And there he was. Adam. Tall, confident, that kind of charisma you can't ignore. The moment he saw Lauren, he smiled wide and stood up. "Lauren. Wow, it's been forever." She smiled back, a little too wide, maybe. "Adam. It's good to see you." They hugged. Just for a second. But long enough for me to feel my jaw tighten. Then she turned to me. "Ethan, this is Adam. Adam, my husband." Adam extended his hand. "Hey man. Nice to finally meet you. Lauren's told me a lot about you." I shook his hand. "Hopefully good things." He grinned. "Mostly." Everyone laughed. I smiled, too, though inside, my chest felt heavy. Dinner was fine. On the surface, people talked, joked, and passed dishes around the table. But every time Adam spoke to Lauren, I noticed how she leaned in slightly. How her eyes softened in that familiar, nostalgic way. At one point, someone said, "Remember that Christmas party back in college when Adam and Lauren won the karaoke contest?" Everyone laughed. Except me. Lauren blushed. "Oh God, don't remind me. That was awful." Adam smirked. "Awful? We were great. You were the one who made everyone cheer." It was a harmless memory, but it hit me in a place I didn't expect. Not jealousy, exactly. Just invisibility. Like I was watching a version of her I'd never known. After dinner, people moved to the living room. I excused myself to grab something from the kitchen just to breathe. That's when Adam walked in, holding 2 mugs of cider. "Hey," he said, handing me one. "You good?" "Yeah," I said quietly. "Just needed a minute." He nodded. "Listen, man. I get it. This is awkward. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable." I studied him for a moment. He seemed sincere. "It's fine. I'm just not used to sharing space with my wife's history." He chuckled softly. "Fair enough. But for what it's worth, she's happy. I can see that. You're doing something right." I didn't know how to respond. So I just nodded. Later that night, when we finally got home, Lauren noticed how quiet I was. "Are you mad?" she asked gently. "No," I said. "Just thinking." She sighed. "Ethan, I'm sorry if that was uncomfortable. I honestly didn't think it would be a big deal." "It's not about Adam," I said. "It's about how easily you smiled around him. I've never seen that version of you before. It just reminded me that I don't know everything about your past." She looked down. "He was a big part of my life once. But that's all he is, the past." I nodded. "And I believe that. But seeing him made me realize something." She tilted her head. "What?" "That love isn't just about trust. It's also about awareness. You can trust someone completely and still feel something sting when you see what used to make them happy." She was quiet for a long time, then stepped closer. "You're right. I didn't think how it might feel from your side. I'm sorry for putting you in that spot." I smiled faintly. "You didn't do anything wrong. I just needed to remind myself that the person I love had a life before me, and that's okay. It just makes the life we have now more real." She reached up, touched my face, and whispered, I chose you, Ethan. I'd choose you 1,000 times. I pulled her close, feeling the warmth return. That night, lying beside her, I realized my reaction hadn't been anger, it was something deeper. It was the quiet ache of loving someone so much that even their past feels personal. And maybe that's what maturity really means, not pretending you're unaffected, but handling the truth with grace instead of pride.